With a 4x4 chunk of wood, not unlike this one, you can see it's pretty heavy and can do some considerable damage. We're here at Children's Hospital, and this is the room they're calling Santa's Workshop. These toys were all donated by community members, businesses, and the children here can come in, do a little shopping for themselves. And Nadine, council members tell me that this ordinance is not directed at lingerie espresso stands like the one behind me. Grading the city on how it did on its first stage 1 snow event of the season is kind of like changing a diaper. Some parts are clean, smooth, easy to handle, while other parts, well, they're just kind of a mess. And when all is said and done, there'll be 58 turbines generating 105 megawatts of electricity, a model wind farm for any community. This is the machine that the child got into, and by no means is it an easy feat. The washing machine stands about 30 inches off the ground, and the opening is only about a foot wide. After that, the door has to be closed, and the handle has to be turned. And Seattle isn't the only city hosting a big football game this weekend. Hundreds gathered in downtown Denver today for a Broncos pep rally. Animal control officers seized horses from a West Plains woman, many on the brink of starvation. In the Pacific Northwest, we are looking at an air stagnation advisory for everything you see shaded in the dark color through noon on Monday. I think it's going to start to break up after that. Satellite and radar, we're seeing some low clouds through eastern Washington mixed out with some patchy fog tonight, and it's still a lot of gray skies. What they'll do is they'll stand out in front of the car they want to stop, throw these out, and then pull it back just far enough. It only takes a crook a few minutes to walk on by, spot something in your car, do a quick smash and grab, and then leave the area.
Hello? Hi, may I speak to Melissa, please?
By any standards, it's an awkward call to make.
What do you know about gonorrhea?
But if Anna Halloran dials your number,
And I'm calling to let you know that you may have been exposed to gonorrhea.
it's a call worth picking up.
Reactions really vary. Some people just kind of take it in stride. Some people cry. Some people are really angry.
Halloran is the only person in the city of Spokane who calls and notifies people who may have been exposed to chlamydia or gonorrhea.
It's not something that I went to school for.
But with Spokane County in a gonorrhea outbreak right now, it's a call she's been making more frequently.
A lot of people do talk to their partners. I would say the majority talk to their partners.
Halloran is there for those who don't, collecting names and numbers to start that delicate conversation.
Hi, Kim. My name is Anna Halloran, and I'm calling for kind of an unusual reason.
Granted, some partners may not be on speaking terms or even know last names.
Sometimes I'll get a physical description to help me identify who they might be through Facebook.
Since healthcare providers are required to report cases of gonorrhea and chlamydia to the health district, Halloran isn't there to bail someone out of a prickly situation, but rather to stop the infection before it's passed or gets worse.
Prevention is always better than treatment, so we're just trying to stop disease before it spreads.
And while Halloran's job isn't unique by any means, she's only one of a handful in the nation. With that guaranteed hook
I'm calling to let you know that you may have been exposed to gonorrhea.
of a conversation starter.
I'm calling about a private health matter. Are you in a spot where you
And Nadine, grading the city on how it did on its first stage 1 snow event of the season is kind of like changing a diaper. Some parts are clean, smooth, easy to handle, while other parts, well, they're just kind of a mess. Winter in Spokane. That means snow on the roads. And people's opinions on how the city is handling it.
I would probably go with a B.
We hit the highways asking residents to give a grade to the city's plow efforts during the first stage 1 snow event of the season.
I think that they try and be aggressive in terms of putting out the de-icer and that sort of stuff.
Aside from slush in the shade, downtown looked fairly good.
My neighborhood, however, I think I'd have to give them an F.
And the Comstock neighborhood did look like it hadn't been plowed. A fail for some, A+ for others, the perfect cross-country skiing terrain.
That's what you get to do when you're a retired teacher. Today, I love the fact that they haven't gotten to the side roads yet.
But overall, this former teacher says pass.
I would give them an A for the main roads throughout the town because I never have trouble.
The city won't plow neighborhoods until a stage 1 is declared. Today it had 11 grader teams out, a total of 42 trucks combing the 2,200 lane miles of the city. Scott Miller removes those berms the city leaves behind, and he travels quite a ways.
From Meade High School area all the way to the 57th.
No problem, he says.
A1.
But opinions vary north near Corbin Park.
I'd give it a C-. I haven't seen them touch this street, and a lot of the streets that I often walk on, I haven't seen.
And we asked city officials what they thought they deserved as far as a grade, and they said an A because they declared the snow event early, and they also had 30 truck drivers on the street when they declared that snow event, trying to get things as clear as possible. Nadine?
No surprise, they gave themselves an A. A little surprise with your diaper analogy, though, Aaron. Hey, the city, though, getting some help now from Mother Nature.
Yeah, definitely there, Nadine. You have to say, during a Stage 1 event, they focus on arterials first, bus routes, hospital areas, and then business areas. The Sun, I think, definitely giving them a little bit of extra credit here. As far as we can tell, the city hasn't declared that they're through with that Stage 1, so plows will be out until they do. Reporting live on the South Hill, Aaron Luna, KXLY4 News.
KXLY4's Aaron Luna has our exclusive story.
And that neighbor's dog reached up and bit him on the lower jaw, ripping a good portion of his lower lip off. He says if that bite was a little bit lower, he might not be here today. Now he's wondering if city ordinances and state laws aren't strict enough to keep people safe. On a sunny day in late July, Klaus Kummerling was outside in the yard.
My neighbor's son came by with his pit bull, and I asked him, "Can I pet the dog? Is he friendly?" He said, "Yeah, he is super friendly."
Kummerling says the dog had previously been lunging at him behind his shared fence, so he was hoping to make friends and stop the racket.
Right here, I bent down to pet the dog.
Now keep in mind, Kummerling has dogs of his own, but what happened next could make anyone hesitant of any dog.
And I said, "Hi, Bo, nice dog." Bow.
The pit bull ripped into Kummerling's face. He yelled for his wife to call 911.
Then I turned around and I saw a piece of meat laying right there on the driveway. And I picked it up, and then I realized that it was my own piece of meat.
According to police, the pit bull had a history of biting. City ordinance says the dog should have been muzzled while walking. Kummerling says the ordinance should go further and require owners to notify neighbors if they own a vicious animal.
We feel this is really an issue of public safety and awareness, and it's something that didn't have to happen and shouldn't have happened.
Kummerling's attorney suggests the state revisit laws that govern vicious dogs, holding owners responsible the first time their dog bites.
In Idaho, we have what's called a one-free bite rule, which means a dog can, has to bite before in order for homeowners to, be responsible.
The neighbor's dog was euthanized, but Kummerling will never look, feel, or eat the same way after that terrifying dog bite.
This pain on a 1 to 10 scale was an 11.
We did reach out to the dog's owners. We knocked on their door. Unfortunately, they weren't home when we did. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Aaron Luna, KXLY4 News.